Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Tia Faith at Home. In today's video, we are going to answer the question, are budgets worth it? Not just today, but into the future. And if you ask me, of course, my short answer is going to be yes, 110% budgets are worth it. Now, a budget is simply a spending plan, a money plan, a plan that lets you know what money is coming in, what money is going out, and how that money is being used. And I think that's very important given today's time where we are with the economy. Salaries are not going up and the cost of goods continue to go up. So with that divergence, I think having a budget today is more important than it's ever been. First and foremost, I think it's important that you have to know what's going in and what's going out. Sometimes we may have an idea, especially if we're like hourly employees or something like that, of what we should be making, but not necessarily that exact amount. So having an idea, a firm grasp of what's coming into your account every time you get paid, and then in relation to that, what is going out? What are you spending your money on? What does that actually look like? Are you aware what everything adds up to be? Sometimes like our utilities will fluctuate, or the cost of groceries that we're spending every month will fluctuate. And just having an idea and understanding of what's going in and coming out gives you a better grasp of your money, and you have more ability to actually control your money. Also, in looking in what's going in and what's coming out, do you have a surplus, or are you making it? Are you living check to check? Are you in the negative at the end of that? So gaining that understanding will help you see where you are financially. I think at the end of the day, we all want to have some form of surplus, but the reality of it is we may not have that surplus, or we may just be making it by at the end of the month. Sometimes there's too much month and not enough money. Are you happy with what you see when you look at your budget, or do you think like you could possibly cut back in some areas? When we were paying off debt, and I know a lot of like the personal finance community, really tight, line by line, specific categories on the budget, and it's very strict. And now that we are through the process of like paying off debt and everything, we do a loose budget. I track our monthly expenses, like our four walls, the gas, electricity, house, groceries, and things like that, and also childcare. But when it comes to other areas of your budget, once you've paid off debt or you've met whatever goal that you're trying to reach, it is very likely that you can do a loose form of budgeting, not as strict, a little more freedom to flex as needed. Pull from one category and add to another category as required. Even with all that though, I still would recommend doing a zero-based budget, because if you're not telling your money where to go, and you don't have any form of control over your money, you are going to wonder where it went and what happened to it, because it's very easy to just swipe and keep spending. That's one benefit I do think of budgeting, is if you decide that you want to do a loose budget over a tight budget when you start budgeting, no matter what, track your expenses for like 3 months, because it usually takes about 3 months to get a budget right anyway. So track your expenses, and you can do this by pulling your last 3 months of bank statements, or you can start brand new and like start tracking everything you spend from this day on forward. But tracking your expenses will let you see, like, we should also look at our time the same way that we look at our finances. And that's why I love planners, calendars, and things like that that add to my productivity. If you are into planners, please check out my digital planner that I have. It is a 12-month digital planner that is blank, so you can label it and decorate it as needed. It has a section where you can take notes, jot down your ideas, do some quick calculations as needed. You can find this by going to the link in my description box at my Stan store. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you can stay up to date on my Wealthy Wednesdays as well as my weekly resets. Oh, we're spending a lot more in gas than what I actually thought. Or, wow, groceries, we're coming under budget for groceries, so that's probably good. Or maybe we have too many streaming services. Look at your expenses for the last 3 months, and that will help give you an idea if you want to do like a loose tracking or a tight tracking of your finances or your expenses. And even when we are doing the zero base, because we want to tell every dollar where it's going with the loose budget system, what that specifically means is once we get to surplus or anything, we are going down our list of priorities or our goals financially and divvying the money up that way, whether it's in addition to the principal balance on our mortgage, or it's in addition to our retirement accounts, or we're putting it towards like saving for a vacation or something that we want, like a treadmill. My husband will be happy I said that. But that's something you should consider also, is once you are tracking any surplus you have, what are you doing with it? Are you paying off debt? Are you putting it towards a saving goal? Are you spending it? Are you treating yourself? What does that look like for you actually spending your money? And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you can stay up to date on my Wealthy Wednesdays as well as my weekly resets. Budgeting is important. Budgeting is more important now than it's ever been. Like I said before, look at some of our biggest corporations, our biggest businesses. Everybody operates off a budget. Ask yourself, do I know where my money's going? Do I know what money I have coming in? And am I happy with that? I guarantee you, you will not find any regrets if you decide to start budgeting. I also guarantee you that you will not have any issues when it comes to saving and finding reasons to save once you start looking at your finances. And if you need any help with saving, please check out my video on why you should save in 2024 and going forward.